Hi everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Let me just show you the current status of the survey on techniques people use for their trading. We got technical analysis, machine learning, quant, fundamental analysis. Small numbers, but it still gives you an idea of where things are at. This is found on my group in Facebook, Quant HFT, High Frequency Trading with Quant Lab, C++, Java, R, and you should be able to find using those keywords. So the question is, how many of you use following technical analytical techniques to forecast in your real life trading? This is your first choice for analyzing. First, technical analysis with looks like 12 responses, machine learning with 5, quant with 4, and fundamental with 3. So it looks like technical analysis is the clear winner. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to go into my directory here where my files live. Just bear with me and we shall find them. There we go. Okay. All right, so I finished off the moving averages, and basically I've added the moving averages to my charts from yesterday's video. For those that may not know, I put up a video on YouTube Quant Labs channel. The video is called New Technical Analysis on Many Forex Pairs for February 21st. In there, you will find a complete analysis on a random selection of various currency pairs. So I've added, currently in there, we got Fibonacci. We've also got something called the signals as well. That's for buying and selling over a certain period. Plus, we've got trend lines of 1 set and 3 set. And we're doing each pair with different time frames, daily, hourly, and 4-hourly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the major daily ones. I'm just going to look at the trend lines because that reveals a lot. Where do I start? It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to do the Euro GBP, and then we'll compare that against the moving averages. So yesterday I went in and I took a look at these different pairs. So these are generated 2 days ago. So we have a somewhat positive trend line up for the last, I can't remember this period where the period starts. Let me just get that. I can look it up. So this is data from November 2016. It's 500 data points since up to 2 days ago. So we know the signals are looking pretty good for the GBP and with the trend lines, but specifically, if you really want to know how things work, once you get a wide, okay, so this right here is the 200-day EMA, and these two are the 50-day and 20-day moving averages. And basically, when the 200 EMA is wider from both the 50 and 20, you can clearly see that that's when we have upward movements. When they get tighter in here, as an example, that's when it goes into range bound. So essentially, you want to find trends where you have these kind of where the 200 EMA is wider than the two other ones, 20 and 50-day moving averages. So when you start to look for these type of things, you want to ensure that's where you want to put your capital long term on a daily chart like this to get maximum return on this potential trading opportunity. As you can see here, let me just pull up the one trend line. This one here, even though that the trends are looking up, you can see that it has come off, but does it mean that it will have another upward trend. So overall, it's not a bad trend, but I wouldn't put a lot of money into it as it stands. If I remember, the euro Hong Kong dollar was a good example of what we're looking for. So here, as an example, but that's come off quite a bit, um, which obviously is not good. So if I, oh no, sorry, that's the hourly. We want the daily. This one right here. So we want the daily for that. You can see it's a nice rise. Okay. So that's a good classic one we want to maybe get into. We can check timing. We'll just check out the moving average. So you can see here it has tightened up a little bit, but it has shown formation of the 200 EMA is getting wider. So this may be another time to get in. Let me just see here. Now you can generally tell on the overall long-term trend if it's too high. So overall the pricing is a little higher than it should be. That means, I guess, there's more momentum in the pair. But when you start breaking down into the Fibonacci, let's say on the 4 hour, it's potentially moving back into a nice trading opportunity. So here, if you went in and around here in early January 12th, I guess, that would have been a nice time to get in because you would have taken it up and then bounce around a little bit. So with that in mind, let's check out, well, let me just close this one. We'll look at the 4 hour moving average. So you can see here it had a nice, it's tightening up again, but it may, see the timing, yeah. So let's check out, the trend still maintained, but here it's underpriced on the 4 hour trend. So that might be a good time to get in. But you can see how the averages really help out in this analysis. But even better, if you want to take it down to an hourly, here it's starting to show little signs of consolidating. It's down, which means it may be a good time to buy actually, if you were to use that. But let me just pull up the moving averages here for the hourly. So you can see here the long term, the EMA is higher, the 200 is higher. So this might be a good time to buy actually. So that's how the averages can help build that story for your entry and to confirm it. If I'm not mistaken, also the Euro Norwegian was another good one. Yeah, so we got some nice steady trend there. Now again, if you look at the moving average, here would not have been a good, actually here might have been a good time to buy as it gets tightened up, and it's still a little wider with the EMA against the 20 and 50 day. So again, you could see the buying opportunities are driven through the averages. And again, I could probably, let me just check out the hourly. So it's right at where you want it based upon the hourly average. Yes, perfect. Right here, and maybe forming here as well for entry on the hourly basis and on hourly averages. Trend. It's coming back, but long-term trend it is up. So if you want to do a long-term play into this currency, that might be a good one as well. Euro New Zealand. Let's check out the daily. This one I like. It's not much to brag about. It is up, but not much. It's not that steep. Euro US dollar, if I'm not mistaken, this was going down. No, actually, it's steadily up. So the Euro USD, let's see what the moving averages are. So there's some opportunity there. It's starting to widen out again, which might move up. Okay, so let's check out the still up on the 4-hour. It's wide here, consolidating. That one is potential. Let's check out the fib. It's coming down. Let's see here if you want to get into the hourly. Yep. Moving average. This is, yeah, right here would have been good. Here, potentially. Alrighty, and I think that is all we're going to be doing. Oh, and we've got Euro and Sweden. How could I forget that one? Okay. Euro Sweden, just as an example here. Again, yeah, that's right. It was not much to brag about. Hopefully, this will help you out, just to give you an idea of how important these the moving average can help you out. All right, talk to you later.